Welcome back to the Lusail Sports Arena, the final day of competition here at WTT Star Contender Doha. We've had one final completed already. There's 4 more to come, lots more to come here. The thrills and spills of World Table Tennis on full display. And something of a shock, actually, in our first final, the women's doubles title match. Ishikawa and Hirano, the top seeds from Japan, who won the contender event. Well, they were beaten this time by JEOUNG and Shin Yu-bin. It's what JEOUNG will hope is the first of 2 titles here on finals day for her. She's involved in the mixed, as you can see later, alongside Sangsu against Lin Wenru and Cheng Yicheng. Got the men's doubles coming up next. Later on, just a look ahead to that, the singles finals to round off the event here at Star Contender. And it's Mima Ito and Tomokazu Harimoto, the top seeds in their respective competitions. Ito going for back-to-back titles against Feng Tianwei, and Harimoto up against Ruan Phyllis, the surprise finalist from Germany. This is our next final we're building up to, though, here at WTT Star Contender Doha, and it's the men's doubles title match. Sangsu and Youngsik, the top seeds, who did very well to come through their semi-final. They were 2 down to Chuang and Chen and came back. They're going to play Alvaro, Robles and Ovidiu IONESCU, who also needed the full 5 games, had that amazing final game there against Akawa and Uda. They've earned their place in the finals. Let's have them introduced now, both teams here.
Let's get ready for the men's doubles final. Please welcome the men's doubles world rank 10 from Spain, Alvaro Robles, and from Romania, Ovidiu UNESCO. And now, let's welcome the men's doubles world rank 2 from Korea, Sangsu and Youngsik.
So the teams out then ahead of this men's doubles title match here at WTT Star Contender Doha. Second of 5 finals on the day, the second match of this first session of play. Once again, it's the best of 5 games. Case as always in the doubles events here in World Table Tennis. Ibrahim Alba Baliz, our umpire for this final, with Vipin Mehra of India, our assistant umpire. Another close tussle in prospect here, isn't it, really? Because both ends of the court here, both ends of the table, it just oozes quality.
Yeah, it sure does. Of course, we've got Robles and IONESCU, who are the world doubles finalists in 2019, but we know how good Youngsik and Sangsu are and have many titles under their belt as well.
Yeah, Lee and JEOUNG, 8 titles together, including, of course, winning the Grand Finals, probably the biggest of those 8 titles. That was in 2016. Lots of experience they've got to bring into this final. But as you mentioned, Dan, they're up against the World Championship runners-up in this event from a couple of years ago. That memorable run to the finals in Budapest for Robles and IONESCU. We know they can step up on the big occasion. Who's going to step up here on the big stage, the WTT stage, and take home the silverware, the spoils? Good start for the silver medalists from Budapest here. Robles and IONESCU winning the spin of the coin. This is really, you look at it, you can make any one of a number of cases for who might come out on top here. Very close to call, too close to call this one in many ways. All relaxed, these 2 pairings, of course, been in these finals, as we say, before. These 2 particularly right at the top of the rankings with those successes, and they've shown on the biggest stages as well, Lee and JEOUNG, in their careers, that they really can deliver their best stuff, Dan.
Yeah, they sure can. They've got all the shots. They're super aggressive, and they had a really good semi-final. Of course, winning that 3-2.
Yeah, 2 down in that semi-final against Chuang JEOUNG and Chen Qian-an of Chinese Taipei. Of course, those wins earlier a little bit more comfortable for JEOUNG and Lee. Lee is involved straight after this. Busy couple of hours of competition for Lee Sangsu, but of course he's fit enough, sharp enough to deal with all of it. He partners Jeon Jae-hee in the mixed doubles final to follow here. So he'll be hoping for a couple of bits of silverware at the end of the next couple of hours, and perfectly capable of achieving it. Their opponents, similar things we can say about them in terms of experience and everything else, still top 10. I suppose for Robles and IONESCU though, Dan, this is a big final because actually since winning that silver medal at the World Championships, they haven't done a massive amount by their high standards in terms of delivering the titles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, and again, they've done very well getting through their semi-final, and I think, yeah, I think what was good for them, you can see they won 3-2, it was a relief for them getting through that semi-final because they both felt like they were struggling. You could see Robles was, you know, I can't find my game. I think he said that at one point, didn't he? So now they're in the final. We know what they can bring. And of course, a right-handed, left-handed combo.
Yeah, they've combined so well together. I just think on the tournament wins front, they just would like a big title now. Of course, reaching the finals of the World Championships, I mean, that's level to winning a whole number of other tournaments. It's such a prestigious event, of course, but if they could win WTT Star Contender Doha, it would just allow them, I think, to go on to another level as a pairing, even with that World Championship, that brilliant run at Worlds a couple of years ago. For JEOUNG and Lee, as we say, they've won titles together before for fun, but would dearly love to add this one as well. Everyone wants to win these WTT crowns. It's got everyone talking, and the players, of course, want to etch their names in the history books right from the off. Men's doubles title match here in Doha, and it will be the Korea Republic pair to begin here. Youngsik to serve first.
Love one.
I'll start from Robles with that flick through. Short flick. It's got such reach, of course. They both have imposing athletes.
Two love.
Yeah, I think you mentioned their the semi-final they had where they were both a little bit up and down, and it summed up the semi-final really for Robles and IONESCU. They found a way through. But what they're doing here is it's a different opening here. The first 3 points razor sharp.
This is that advantage of the right-handed, left-handed combo. See how they've both managed to get their forehands in on pretty much every shot since the start here.
Love four.
Yeah, they look a bit... Lee looks a bit startled here with the first 4 points. Long way to go, though, of course, here. But what a start from Robles and IONESCU. Straight out of the blocks.
And that's that backhand of Robles that has been so effective throughout all his doubles games, really. Off the receiver serve, he's got so much variation. Coming around the side of the ball. Here it is again. There we go.
Six love.
I was so confident in that backhand. I was like, here it is. Straight past him. Passing shot. But yeah, it's just so deadly. It's very hard for players to serve in a way that stops him being so aggressive with it.
Seven love.
Well, you wouldn't have expected this. This could well be. I mean, we're expecting it to be a tight final, but this first game is anything but. They've just set the tone, haven't they? And in the best of 5, it's massive. They can't find a way through here, the Koreans. Despite coming into the past couple of points.
Yeah, every rally so far has been Robles and IONESCU making the attack first.
Oh, easy does it.
9.
That shot of Robles, how he does it. So smooth and inside out fade.
Well, they finally have a point on the board. And it's not, you feel, going to make any significant change to this first game, which is surely beyond the Korean pair in this position, but at least they have something now.
Nine, two.
You just need to get something going. We saw Oh Sang-un, of course, their coach. There's Mihai Philemon, Andre Philemon, coach of the Spanish-Romanian pair. Oh, they just set the tone, didn't they? That run of points to begin. And now 8 game points. Oh, wow. I mean, you just couldn't have expected that first game at all. That's one of the most one-sided games we've seen in the whole tournament here, and it's come in the final. I mean, what a start from Robles and IONESCU, 11-2.
Yeah, superb positivity, take initiative when the balls were weak. And IONESCU made a few good counter topspins early on in the game as well. But, you know, when you get that good start, Guy, and you get that momentum, it is quite hard to break that when in doubles when both players are on form.
Can't be too much to discuss there overall for them after that first game. We touched on their head-to-heads already. I mean, they've got a lot of experience as a pair. The silver medal stands out. For Lee and JEOUNG, though, I mean, it can't continue like that. Go back over their careers as well. They've won those 8 tournaments. You also got a big win in the Team World Cup final. I know that Korea Republic lost that finals to China, but they got a big win in the doubles rubber, didn't they, as well, in that final?
Yeah, very good. And it shows, you know, we know that Korea can beat anyone, and they've got 8 tournament wins, and they're not going to go down too easily, and I expect we'll see a completely different second game here. I think Korea have just got to initiate attack more. They've got to flick more, be more positive on the receive. But with backhands like that from IONESCU, he's pressuring, he's able to re-counter the Korea on the attack there.
Love to.
Well, IONESCU started slowly, actually, in his in that semi-final. We mentioned with Akawa and Uda was a bit up and down, was struggling with his forehand side, particularly trying to be aggressive on those third balls.
Love to.
You can't say the same here. I mean, even for all their experience here, the Koreans have got to be a bit rattled with what's happened so far in this final.
Love 3.
Yeah, I mean, Lee Sangsu is as experienced as they come, and the body language, the look, said it all after that point.
The variation right now is so strong here.
That's basically the first mistake he's made.
Yeah, with the backhand too.
Yeah.
This is it with table tennis. The mind games are so important. Korea can win a few points, get ahead in this game. You know, it might make Robles and IONESCU tighten up a little bit, so they've got to keep that belief, keep positive, and focus on the moment. Brilliant touch play from both teams, keeping that ball so tight over the net. So difficult to do that.
It was difficult, more difficult here for, as you say, for Robles this time. The quality of the touches.
Yeah.
Three points in a row then. A bit more encouraging here for the Korean pair.
Starting to see Korea now making the topspins first and following up with the forehand.
For all.
JEOUNG missing out there. Of course, he's part of the Olympics, part of the team event will be for the Republic of Korea on the men's side. Lee Sangsu playing singles as well in Tokyo. So top level performers, and the point I would make is you don't expect them to be behind for too long.
5-all.
A few more errors now. I mean, to be expected, really. Robles and IONESCU, the first game in a bit, just didn't really do anything wrong at all. And a few more mistakes now.
Let 6-5. Let 6-5.
IONESCU set the point up well. Got the forehand from Robles. Slight unforced error there, just rushed into it, was on the stretch. Koreans here capitalised on it. 7-5 now lead.
Yeah, different feel on things now. That's the funny thing for however well they started. It was just one game of the three that they need. We often say, you know, if you win 11-2 or win 12-10, I mean, it's just one. For all that, the excellent start, and a bit more of a different sort of look on Andre Philemon's face now here, their coach.
8-6.
Getting better attacks there from Youngsik, getting that backhand in.
Let 9-6.
The push rally was very good until that error from IONESCU in the end. So close. It's the margins, isn't it? The fractions could have been so easily a very good push. But as it is, it set the Koreans up to go on and take this second game. Excellent fight back from them. One game apiece.
Yeah, Lee Sangsu and Youngsik have been a lot tighter in this second game. Been able to attack first. But around the net for me is what's been key for them. They've cancelled out Robles and IONESCU's attacks, keeping it tight, keeping the ball short on the pushes.
Oh, Sang-un, of course, with them here. And a wonderful career. Oh, and another player who, former wonderful player, top 5 in the world. He was twice an Olympic medalist. It's just that respect, isn't it? That authority that these legends, these past players have with the current elites as well, and the partnerships they have. Reminder, of course, hashtag WTT Doha. Get involved with our digital and social coverage across all our various channels at WTT on the Instagram, on the Twitter. The Instagram, great place to go, for instance, to find out what's going on in World Table Tennis ahead of the day, and in terms of finding out more information about the players, interviews afterwards, the best bits, the story highlights from these big events. Keeps you right up to date. As I say, invite your comments, get involved. Hashtag WTT Doha.
Third game. JEOUNG to serve, love all.
So one game apiece here in this men's doubles final. JEOUNG Youngsik to begin this third. A bit low on Robles there in the end. That was a decent exchange between the pairs. Oh.
Love two.
Robles just missing that line shot again. That shot is the one that worked for him so well in the opening game.
In that opening game, they didn't do anything wrong, really, these two. Made everything. It was all coming. It was kind of a dreamy game from them. It's like they hadn't woken up. Still dreaming. But it's now got a different sort of look on it. More what we expected, I think, of this final. Much tighter. Yeah, he just wasn't missing that sort of ball, was he, in the first game, Robles?
No, but again, the Korean pair have just strengthened up in the short game. They're putting a bit more spin now and a bit more inertia on the ball. Greater quality, and it's causing more pressure on Robles and IONESCU.
3-2.
That was a good shot there, deep to the white line. Not too fast, but fantastic placement.
Play.
Yeah. Couple of quality moments there. Tal down, 1 game each, 3 each in this all-important third. It's so devastating, isn't it? I mean, it didn't win the point outright there, but it put the Koreans in such difficulty. The receive from Robles. Do you feel Robles and IONESCU are getting the balance quite right now? Because as you rightly pointed out, Dan, the Koreans have improved their short game. They're winning in that area at the moment. What are you feeling of their opponents here? Are they still approaching this the right way?
Yeah, of course. We know they're up against a very, very strong doubles pair, and who have played for many years and know each other inside out. You know, you see here they made the attack first, the Koreans, and just Robles and IONESCU just need to try and be a bit more positive on that first received ball. Got away with it there. Youngsik was in there with a forehand. I feel like IONESCU and Robles need to stay with him in this third here. And then anything can happen in the tighter moments, in the crucial areas of the game.
Oh, that is Lee Sangsu there. He just does that so well. He just opens up his body as well to change direction. Oh, so good.
It's the footwork to do that and get around. You see again, a good touch from Robles, but it was this flick that opened the play. And again, the Koreans just making the attack first and just putting the players under our side on all sorts of pressure.
Left. 4-7.
It's better there from Robles. Again, this time, Robles was with the attack first. That came from that good serve. IONESCU getting side spin, top spin on the serve. So the ball popped up.
It's been quite a turnaround here, because these two, they were being blown away. They were a game down. They'd lost the first 3 points of the second to Robles and IONESCU. It's a very different look on things now. Lead of 2 in this third.
7-6.
But for all that, I mean, it's fluctuating, it's undulating, isn't it? Ebbing and flowing. This is more what, as I say, what we expected, because you've got 2 very evenly matched teams here. In terms of the strengths they bring to the table, the experience they've got.
That was a lovely shot, wasn't it?
Are we starting to see Robles' firepower become a bit more of a factor here again?
It's such a difficult ball to receive there. You see JEOUNG there, didn't really know what to do with it. He's got side spin and back spin on it because he's opening the angle coming around the side of the ball. Just causes all sorts of spin. 7-all, locked in.
8-7.
JEOUNG there, just not really doing enough with his receive, was he there?
Not enough pressure.
It's just a bit safe, and safe doesn't get it done on this stage.
It was gutsy shot still from IONESCU to do that, and this is the level these guys are playing at. Again, in the crucial moments.
Yeah, first timeout called here, with Robles and IONESCU edging in front. This all-important third game. Oh Sang-eun decides to get involved.
I think the ball will not come.
That's what they're playing for, of course, here. 5,000 US dollars for the winners in the doubles events, and some women's doubles, 3,100 US dollars for the finalists. But it's those trophies, isn't it, that have got everyone talking. They're so distinctive. I think they're going to become iconic silverware, really, going forward. These two would desperately love to get their hands on them, as would Robles and IONESCU here, of course.
Yeah, I like the World TT logo on the top of the trophy, how it's imprinted at the top. It looks great. That's another thing with World Table Tennis, you know, the branding and the visuals just look so stunning, you know, the World TT logo, I love it. The W and then the TT at the angle.
Yeah. So off the timeout then here, Robles and IONESCU a point down.
8-all.
And that timeout was called by Oh Sang-eun.
Brilliant receive here from Lee Sangsu going out wide to the forehand, lots of top spin. Again, they're going to have to be positive here, IONESCU and Robles on this receive, otherwise Lee Sangsu's going to be in first. There it is.
It popped up, didn't it, really, from IONESCU, the receive. Didn't give Robles much chance as Lee picked it off.
Such a tactical strategy right now, both players, teams. They've done well there, Korea, getting it off the net.
Frustration for IONESCU, clear to see.
And he was there on target with the ball. 2 game points for Korea.
No, it's come off the tape and wide there, and they do tough it out. The timeout worked a treat there for the Korean pair. From a game down, from being outplayed, they're now 2-1 up.
But no, I don't speak about it. When I tell you no service.
Backhand there again from IONESCU. Just couldn't quite get the timing right.
So 2-1 up now, these two. Here, Lee Sangsu and Youngsik. Mentioned 8 titles together and that big win. I mean, whenever you can beat Xu Xin, the likes of Xu Xin and Liang Jingkun, as they did in Tokyo at the Team World Cup. That's a year and a half ago now. That 12-10 in the 5th goes down as a big win, gives you the confidence for occasions like this. And now in charge. So frustrated, Robles and IONESCU. I mean, they started this final like they were still dreaming, and well, it's not becoming a nightmare yet. There's time to turn it round, but it's not quite as happy an outlook, pleasing an outlook. The Spanish-Romanian duo here, 2-1 down. Third game, they were right in it, of course. We're a point up, we're 8-7 up, and then the run put together by the Koreans with the timeout as well, assisting them.
got the serve.
Best of 5. That's an IONESCU with it all to do here, 2-1 down.
One, love.
Done well receiving this one in Robles, because that was a really good angle. JEOUNG got there on his flick.
Love two.
Fantastic start here from Robles and IONESCU, coming in, firing out the blocks. This is exactly what they need to do. They've got to get these strong shots in really early at the start of the point. They're under too much pressure when Korea attacking.
One, two.
And Robles, not many players on the circuit are doing the backhand as well as Robles like that. And Sangsu just getting his back behind it. And fizzing the spin back to IONESCU, which forced the error.
3-1.
Good receive here, guy. Long, fast dig. Good variation, you know. If you're touching short a few times, when you do go long, the long ball's more effective. That's what we saw there.
4-1.
Yeah, that variation. Robles then with the reverse serve. Oh!
Oh, what an effort there from Robles.
You see the way it curled? He jumped into that shot.
I mean, this is shot making. Whew. Not ended up winning the point, but that was quality.
Even IONESCU looked at him and was like, "What?" The thing is with that shot, Sangsu managed to block it back, and all the spin came back to IONESCU. That's what caused the difficulty. They're clawing him well, Robles and IONESCU. Maybe a slight step off the table when Korea attacking first here, giving them a bit more time.
Yeah, I can see that. And they've got the firepower. I mean, they could still make it difficult with a slight step away from the table. As you say, it's just giving them a little bit more opportunity. Yeah, there we go. Good example. I mean, Robles there is he's just pinged that one away. No problems. Back off the table.
Just pick the angle there.
Yeah. And they're so powerful, both of them.
This is when they play at their best, when they're not rushing. You know, they're taking their time, and there's good weight on the ball. It's interesting. There's moments of Robles and IONESCU where, when they string a few shots together, they're just unstoppable.
Yeah.
But they're very calm with it. You know, good movement. It just depends how much Korea are putting them under pressure.
Oh, it's really good from the Koreans. He flattened out that last forehand, didn't he?
Yeah, had to keep the spin down. Robles has loaded it with spin here.
Just on top of the bounce there, Sangsu. That was quality.
Four, 7.
JEOUNG struggled a little bit, I think, through this final. Doesn't play badly. Level's been a bit up and down, though. Sangsu, as he nearly always is, just very high-level consistency. Very few mistakes. Just back on your point, though, about Robles and IONESCU, I think sometimes they actually try and force it a little bit too much. When, as you said, that when they're relaxed, they've got such firepower. They don't need to do that, I always think. Just relax, take that little step back. Be confident that you can find the winning strikes. They can do that. So sometimes they almost look to do a little bit too much, to force it a little bit too much.
Yeah, that definitely does seem to happen. And I wonder if it's, you know, sometimes because, you know, just Korea, they're so good at mixing it up, and it's just putting them under that pressure. It's a combination of Korea when they're switched on and attacking that opening play, they are under too much pressure in IONESCU and Robles. They need to make this variation, attack first, like that there.
8-5.
But again, you're right. Very relaxed in Ionescu there. He wasn't rushing into the ball. He took his time on it. And maybe it's the moment, isn't it? We're in the final here of world table tennis. Being calm all the time is so tricky. There's that mental strength. Staying calm under pressure.
6-8.
Robles is just saying, very good, very good. Positivity.
Let. 6-8.
Huge point in this one for a 9-6 lead or 8-7.
7-8.
It's very good from the Koreans, isn't it? The drive in the first place, and then the next one, it's straight at their opponents. Taking the ball very early, off the bounce.
So the last 3 points Korea have actually made the attack first. They've put the pressure on the ball.
Play.
Let's see Robles try and go for his backhand shot here. If he can get it in. Fine's good enough. Clip the net on the way.
It didn't help the Koreans, that. And comes around for the flick receive there. JEOUNG does enough with it.
Robles went for that, didn't he? We've seen them go on throughout the whole of this tournament. But that's the positivity that you need to do. You've got to keep that sort of relaxed flow. Oof.
Oh, yes! He has drilled that one away, IONESCU.
It's a crazy shot here. Robles went for an attack, but then short returned it really threw Sangsu off his guard. That's a huge shot there from Ionescu.
Yeah, love the footwork as well to make the space, but he still had a lot to do coming around the outside of the ball. Side's been taking it away. Game points here to take this all the way. Well, service from Youngsik there. And this is going the distance, the men's doubles final here at the Star Contender. Yeah, full of energy here. Back into this now. Robles and Ionescu, 2 apiece.
Now, after we think about the other, yes.
Two each then. There have been some excellent matches in the men's doubles over these 2 weeks at the WTT Middle East Hub. You go back to last week, of course, in the men's doubles in the Contender event, the run of Gaston Alto and Horacio Cifuentes of Argentina. Those amazing matches they had, 5th game deciders, deep 5th game deciders. And of course here, if you think back to the semi-finals respectively in this competition, these two coming from 2 down to beat Chuang and Chen, and Robles and Ionescu coming through 15-13 in the 5th. I wonder whether we're going to get to that sort of stage again here in this final. They prevailed over Okawa and Uda. Still a timeout in the bank for Robles and Ionescu as well. I'm sure they'll look to use at the right time in this 5th and deciding game.
JEOUNG to serve, Lavon.
It all comes down then, the men's doubles title match to this. 1 game to decide it. Top seeds, Lee and JEOUNG to begin.
1 love. Love 2. Love 3.
Now, this is the sort of start. I've talked about the fact that Robles and Ionescu had that timeout in the bank. Well, they're having to use it here. They might have wanted to hold it till later in the decider, but with the start that Lee and JEOUNG have made here, first 3 points, Andre Philemon has decided now's the time.
The problem is they serve to you unbelievable empty, you know, and then
It's difficult for him to cut.
it's difficult for him to cut, and then
Maybe I go slowly like this. I just go like
then
this.
no, I think we have to open more because
Yeah, discussing their tactics here, saying that it's difficult off the receive. They've had so far the quality of the service, minimising the options.
And then I'm totally we open more now.
It's been a very, talk about a 2 each. Importance of those first few points and setting the tone, and you got that impression from them right from the start here, from the first point, what they were about.
That's it, and that's for me, whoever makes that initiative at the start is key, that positivity. Still a long way to go though. Seen lots of ups and turns in this tournament.
Yeah, I was saying, well, last week and this in the men's doubles, it's been a talk about a thrilling couple of weeks of competition here in the Middle East Hub. The men's doubles has kind of defined it with all these fifth game thrillers. Is this going to be another one, or is it just going to be the top seeds who pull away with it?
Yeah, there's a great receive there. Robles was expecting it short. And this is the thing, when you vary your receive short or long sometimes, it keeps your opponent guessing, then it's hard for you to set and be ready for your shot. And Robles opened the table well with that backhand. This time Youngsik ready for it. Robles, you know, throughout this doubles event, that form has been going on really well, but in this final here, you know, he's up against a lot of spin. There's more spin, so it's hard to make those shots, you know?
Yeah, even with his power, I mean, he's also so far away from the table there as well. Look at that last drive.
1-5.
JEOUNG, it's been the case throughout this final, just continues. We've had some really good moments from him, mixed up with these. Not at his usual sort of level. That flick through.
That's better. Good angle placements, mixing it up.
Couple of points back here. Lost the first 5 here of this decider, Robles and Ionescu. Make or break. Yeah, I mean, they've got to continue to go for it. That's in the end. If you go back to the way they started the match, he was making that sort of ball. Robles' start to the match was absolute fire from these two. Seems a long time ago now. Ionescu goes just long. Another point for the Koreans.
This lob here was so close to hitting the edge.
Oh, they need more of that. Super shot from the Romanian. Looks to be slipping away from Robles and Ionescu now here.
Yeah, again, all followed from that good touch from Lee Sangsu. Heavy rotation, heavy spin on the ball. A few times Robles has not been able to keep that ball down. Just going long.
Oh.
9-3.
It's maybe the best of the lot from Lee Sangsu. He's so early. I mean, he can read it before anyone else. That allows him to get in position. Anticipation skills, the read, everything first class. You go back to them being a game and 3 points up in the second, the way they started, and Lee and JEOUNG just didn't really get... They looked a little bit rattled, but then they set about their work, and they've done it quite brilliantly, building back into this, even when, of course, Robles and IONESCU took the fourth, edged the fourth. How they've played this final game, befitting of their experience. 7 match points. It's title joy here in Doha for the Korean pair. Lee Sangsu and Youngsik. They started really badly in this final. Robles and IONESCU were on fire early on. That's all a distant memory now. The top seeds win WTT Star Contender Doha. All smiles now, and Robles and IONESCU will reflect on coming up short in the end. They gave their all, of course, but in that final game, Dan, it was the Koreans who, having got that start, were just a bit stronger.
Yeah, Lee Sangsu and Youngsik there, adding another title to their belt. Very, very consistent towards the end there for me, not breaking down, making the attacks first, and were superb in the short game. Robles and IONESCU had a great run. They put in some big shots, but it was these two that were just a bit more consistent in the crucial points, and have got the title.
Yep, their 9th title together in their careers. Congratulations to Youngsik and Lee Sangsu here. So, we're setting up for the trophy presentation then here at the men's doubles here at WTT Star Contender Doha. The second final, of course, of the first session of play, doubles taking centre stage in this first session. The final day here, these couple of weeks of competition here at the WTT Middle East Hub. Before we join for the trophy presentation, a quick update on what we've seen so far Jeoung Ji and Shin Yu-bin, the winners of the women's doubles crown here in Doha, a win over last week's winners of the contender event, the top seeds Kasumi Ishikawa and Miyu Hirano. And later on, of course, Lee Sangsu will be looking to add a second title, as will, of course, Jeoung Ji. They've both won one already. They'll combine later against last week's mixed doubles champs, Lin Wenru and Cheng Yi-cheng. And later on in the second session, final session of play here in Doha, the title matches in the singles draws. Top seed Mi Morito going for back-to-back titles against Feng Tianwei. Tomokazu Harimoto up against surprise finalist Ruin Phyllis of Germany. But let's join in now for the trophy presentation for the men's doubles.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of WTT and the Qatar Table Tennis Association, welcome to the Men's Doubles Award Ceremony for the first ever WTT Star Contender Doha. A historical fortnight of table tennis comes to an end with the crowning of our first ever WTT Star Contender champions right here in Qatar. To all the fans watching around the world, we hope you have enjoyed all the table tennis action on show. We warmly welcome our distinguished guests for today's trophy presentation. Mr. Mohammed Abdullah Saleh, WTT Middle East Hub Event Director, and Mr. Johnny Kuan, WTT Europe General Manager. Please welcome back your finalists, Alvaro Robles and Ovidiu IONESCU. I now invite Mr. Johnny to bring finalist trophy. And now, our WTT Star Contender Doha 2021 champions from Korea, Lee Sangsu and Youngsik. I now invite Mr. Mohammed Abdullah Saleh to present the winner trophies to our champion.
So the champions then here in the men's doubles at WTT Star Contender Doha, Lee Sangsu and Youngsik. More success for the Republic of Korea. It's turning into a very good day for them, of course, with Jeoung Ji and Shin Yu-bin winning the women's doubles crown a little bit earlier on. Disappointment for Alvaro Robles and Ovidiu IONESCU in this final, of course, but a great week for them regardless, reaching the finals. They win overall $3,100 US, and Jeoung and Lee winning $5,000 US for winning that doubles title. Next up, the last match of this first session, the mixed doubles title match. Lee Sangsu back in action alongside Jeoung Ji to take on Lin Wenru and Cheng Yi-cheng. That's coming up.